Okay, I think we can start now.
Yeah.
So,
I'm relaxed.
yeah.
Yes.
So let me just explain like why I decided to start this thing.
Yeah.
Because I think Claude knows, and JJ, I think you've heard yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Like I was going through a very difficult situation last year,
Yeah.
and so like after like finding the Lord once again,
Mm-mm.
then coming back to Him and like Him showing me the way.
Yeah.
And so like I think the Lord kind of put that in my heart.
Mm.
While I was in China, like I suddenly had this, just a moment, like a epiphany type thing.
Mm.
But then, I just wanted to share the same hope and message to everyone.
Yeah.
Anyone who's like in the same situation as we are.
Yeah.
And then I started asking the Lord about my calling, and Claude was very instrumental also, like I met him at the right moment,
Mm.
and he kind of guided me and like shared and prayed for each other.
Mm.
And so like I want to like use this opportunity to share that same message to anyone who is listening.
Yeah.
And so that's why like I decided to get together.
Right.
Yeah. And so we can just discuss among ourselves whatever. Like so the first question I wanted to ask is like I think I told you like when I went through that situation, I started asking about my calling. Like, what is my calling? What is my purpose? And I asked Claude that same question. And so, like, if you would like to share, like, about your calling,
My calling?
Yeah.
I don't really talk. I never really actually said what my calling was. I didn't tell you. This is weird. Well, I remember when Adam first asked me about calling, I like gave this big explanation because telling him that I don't like the word or thinking about calling because I feel like you are who you are and your calling is not really a job that's some random something that you have to become. It's something that you are and that you're just growing as you get closer to God. And so I was just like, I don't like calling. But for me, I think I am called to help leaders become leaders. And so part of that is teaching, part of that is I don't like this word, but kind of prophetic kind of stuff. The end. And music, of course.
Music. Yeah. How about you?
Mine, in case myself. It is always changing because every year the recognition of my mind is getting different, and every time when I read Bible and it says differently, and so when I focus on the message at that moment, what the Bible says to me, then my life changes differently as well. So every time the purpose of my life becomes changing. But at this moment, the calling of mine is learning and following the people who are leading the capitalism, and I have to learn their mind and how to manage the huge size of money, and I have to flow those kind of knowledge to normal people. To get it all together, to manage how to manage. So it means the mentality management. It's really closely related to mental. So people don't understand how they think about the world and how they think about themselves as well. So first of all, what they have to do is to understand themselves. And if they find they stack up some sort of the massive data on themselves, then they can do other things to other people and to the world. So then life starts changing. That is, yeah.
So
So
in a
teaching,
way,
yeah.
I think what you're trying to say is like you want to elevate their thinking.
Yeah, right.
Because I feel like each what do you call? How would you categorize it? Like not a caste system. In India, we use caste system, right? But there's a level to each society hierarchy. So each hierarchy, I think they're stuck in a certain mental state.
Yeah, right.
And so you want to help them elevate to the next level. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you feel that's your calling.
Yeah, that's at this moment that is
At
my
this
calling.
moment.
Yeah. But I don't know how it goes
In the future.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? If there's one thing you could do to help someone right now, what in your heart do you really want to do to help someone? Like, let's say just a random anyone in the street. Like, you see, how about this?
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
If you could help someone right now, what would you do to help them?
What would you do to help them? What
Well,
do you mean in a like?
But I asked the wrong question because there should be another question first. The other question should be, what form of pain do you? How can I say it? Like when you see someone in pain, and what kind of pain makes you want to help somebody? So I guess it's someone who is like poor, someone who is on drugs, someone who is just low self-esteem. What form of pain do you feel more like you want to help? That's the question. Yeah.
What form of pain?
Yeah. And then the next question would be, how would you want to?
For me personally, it's difficult to see, people in any state of pain usually. But I think in my heart of heart, what usually pains me, I think the fact that since I realized my calling, the fact that when I see people who are lost and confused, I think that started, because I was in that state. And so like when I didn't know like where I was going, the purpose of my life, the meaning, like it felt hopeless. Like, there was no hope. And so like when you see that in a person, they're just existing for existing's sake. That's it. So in that, when I see that, I think that kind of, touches my heart,
So that would be the first thing that you want to do for it.
So how can I help them? It's like, like I can give them like, self-help and all this advice and all these things, but I think the only answer there is, to find the one who can give them hope.
Not even.
Not
Like,
even?
that question is more asking like in your heart, the first thing that comes to mind. If I see someone who's like that, this is what I want to do. What would you want to do when you see someone?
So if someone lost and like they're hopeless, I want to share with them the message of hope.
And but that answer shows what kind of person you are. It
That's-
shows what kind of looks like your calling.
So in connection to my calling, I feel like that is my calling. So like that is the first thing I want to do for them, and so that kind of connects.
Yeah. I mean, that's not always the case. It's just like a nice little test to see like where you are.
How about you?
Like for me, I think people who feel alone. And the first thing that I'd want to do it used to be if I saw something like that, I felt like I wanted to sing. All I could think of was doing the singing. But now it's changed. I think I just want to be their friend. I think I found that that's one thing. I guess that's just what I want to do.
To be their friend.
Be their friend, and then maybe sing.
How did we get in touch?
It was
it
after Bible study.
After
and you
Bible
asked
study.
us the whole calling conversation, and then we spoke after it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then And you're just like, I remember you on the phone. You said, "No, we should hang out sometime."
Yeah.
And for me, knowing myself, I was just like, I need a date because otherwise it's not going to happen.
Like we decided on a date.
Yes.
And then I think, did we go hiking?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first, right? We
Yep.
went hiking near my place, and then we just talked, and it just clicked after that.
Definitely.
But the funny thing is, I don't know if it's funny, but like, while I was going through a difficult situation, like my prayer started changing because I realized like all the friends around me were like, I thought who were my friends were not really my friends. Because when I was in trouble in that situation, nobody was there. And then so that got me thinking, like I really need to, I'm hanging out with the wrong crowd. Like while we were drinking and having fun and enjoying all these things, like they're there always. Whenever I call them, they're like, all right, let's hang out, this weekend, that weekend. But then like, and I was like in that really like, hopeless situation, and like I needed, someone to talk to. Everybody's like, oh, we can drink and hang out, and I'm like, oh, I'm not drinking anymore these days. And then they're like, oh, okay, then let's try to set up a schedule, and then you won't hear from them again. So that was the situation. And so like I started praying, Lord, I think I need a new, like set of friends, someone who is in the similar faith, someone with same, mindset. And so like I said, Lord, just give me friends like who are, like true believers, true. And then like first thing when I went back to work, Kisong introduced you to me.
Yeah.
All of us like the day I went back to work, it's like, oh, like Hyung, like I want you to meet JJ, and then like she brought, yeah, we met, right?
Yeah.
And then like I got to meet you, and then Soul Letter, I didn't know like the owner was the same age as me, and like what he did was like he held my hand and prayed for me.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you ask him again?
Yes,
Same
I can
question?
ask
Yeah.
you again. Yes. So, what kind of hurt do you feel like you want to help more?
Actually, I don't feel pathetic, or I don't feel like
Sympathetic, you mean?
yeah, sympathetic, yeah. Because anyways, so if the person is really close relationship with me, then there's nothing to do. Just just having time together and just stay right beside and just stay so and pray. Yeah, and reading Bible, and what kind of message would like to go to the person who is suffering from sort of pain. Yeah, the ego.
That's all.
Yeah.
So people that you feel like you're close to.
Yeah,
That's what you.
yeah. But if there are so many people who are not, who don't have any kind of relationship with me. I don't care. It's I'm like really cold blood. Yeah, sort of. Yeah,
You're fine.
yeah.
It's the opposite for me. I don't know why. Like sometimes my partner who works with me would also say like, why do you why do you care about everyone? Just ignore them, Don't you like feel exhausted, like trying to help everyone. He's also like similar type with you, like what is essential, what I need that person, like like I treat them well or whatever, but then the rest like they don't exist.
Yeah.
Something like that. But for me, I can't do that. It's like anyone, like even if I meet them for the first time or anything, like I if I can do something for them, I want to do something for them. And I don't know. That's just my personality, I guess.
Yeah. I in the middle of my early 20, when I was in early 20, I was going to the church, which is the biggest church in Busan, it's right over there, Suyangno. I met so many people, and I experienced with so many people, and every time I try to help, and every time I try to give some kind of advice to them, then they just denied me, and they talked about me behind myself, and they like insulting me, one another.
So I guess you just got tired of it.
I was sick of it, so I just I lost their hands and just let them go, and now I don't need to care of anyone otherwise who has like close relationship with me.
People you treasure.
From that time I changed a little.
How about you, Claude? Like, how do you feel?
I feel like I think I care about everyone. Like I've been hurt a lot, but I don't care. It's kind of like I feel like I don't mind being hurt as long as I can help someone else. But for me, my family was very dysfunctional, and so we were all very nice people, but we weren't nice to each other, and so we were really towards each other. I think in that I learned that I don't need someone else to be nice to me, but I can still be nice to them, because like at one point I just wanted my family to be better, and so even if they didn't treat me nice, I was determined to treat them nice, and so I learned from there how to treat other people that way. So I don't care if someone talks about me. I don't care about anything. For me, I just if I can understand people, so if I can help them, I will, kind of thing. It's like even when I'm teaching the little kids, I'm like, "Are you okay?" I'm trying to understand them, because it's the teachers treat children weird, because they treat them like they're stupid.
Exactly.
It's really strange. Like, like they just, I don't know. And so, but me, like, they're people. They have feelings. They have things. So, like, everyone, other teachers, I kind of connect with them.
For me also, like sometimes I try to treat everyone equally and as best as I can, and then some people will just they're just mean for no reason, and then they just want to like you were saying, they talk behind your back and try to and so like my trip this time to China, like there were some people like that, and then I was kind of struggling with that inside. I'm like, why is that person mean to me? Like I didn't do anything, but then like first like I was asking like I was getting frustrated. I was like trying to I can be mean to him also, but then that was the old me. Like I used to do that also. If, like I don't like someone, I'll just ignore them, or like I'll just just like sarcastic or whatever. But then this time, like I was like, I believe this is a test for me. And so like I'm not giving in. And so many times I would be like start feel myself like getting bitter. And then what I would do is like just started praying for them. Like in my personal prayer, like in my rest time, like whenever like I get the time, I just start praying for them. Just bless them. Whatever it is. Yes, and then help me to forgive them. And I was like, and then I could see the change.
Oh really?
Yeah. I was like, it's like prayer is so powerful. You take it for granted. You take it for like as if like we feel so. Many people like it's the last resort, or it's a waste of time. They think it's like, especially for non-believers. You're sitting there and you're talking to someone you do not see, right? So they think it's like like many people have that, like they trust in themselves. So like, why don't I do something that I can that's tangible, or like
right.
But then why are you praying to someone like who can't see you or hear you or whatever? They think that. But and I kind of had that mentality also in the back of my head back then, like before I really started praying. And so like once I started experiencing those victory in my life, I realized how powerful prayer is. It seems like you're just doing nothing and you become restless and but then God is at work there.
Yes.
And so you know, like the all-powerful, all-seeing, almighty God is working. And so like why, you know, trust him. And so like once I started, you know, like doing that, like I could see like changes in my work, my relationship with other people, in my family, among my brothers, my parents, everything like started changing. And so like I'm like, oh, prayer is so powerful. And so like really like I think that was amazing experience for me.
In my case, my workplace, the you know the like mechanical part, the technicians. So the managers of the mechanical part, they are a bit mean to me. I don't know why, because they have sort of the inferiority feeling on the workers who are in the office, main office. So yeah, when they talk to me really like badly and try to insult me, I don't care. Just what I have to do is just like manage. Anyways, I have to give them orders, and what I have to do is like removing my emotional stuff and just talking to them without any kind of
acting professional.
Yeah. So it is kind of a relationship in business, right? So like kind of I'm becoming kind of robot. Then everything goes fine. So yeah, one of prayer that should be the best solution. But in my case, I don't want to spend my mind for them.
That's why. For me also, I thought that. Why should I, you know? But it's in the Bible. It says, "Pray for those who, you know."
Right.
For your enemy, you are to love them. Pray for them, and so. You know, it doesn't have to. You don't have to take your time out of your schedule and start. But you know, you can just say a short prayer. You know, like you know.
And I'm not Jesus, and I'm not a great man who like who is in the Bible, like David or.
They were
like,
all normal people, actually.
Right.
They were just normal.
So
we're reading about their experience now, but you know, I believe they had the day-to-day struggle. You don't know what went every day, right? But then those great things were achieved because they had to, you know, go through those daily mundane, you know, activities and like difficult situations. Like David used to look after the ships, right? And so like that must have been boring for him. But then all those time, like I believe like God was preparing and training him for something great to become a king, right? So I think it's a process, you know. So sometimes you just want to, you know, the easy way is, I think, what you were saying, just ignore it.
Being robot.
Just ignore it, and you know. But then I think for us as a Christian, I think we are to live, you know. Like what Christ did. And so like you are supposed to be especially at work, you know, like there are not many Christians. So the reason you are there, I believe, is you are the salt. You are the light in that. And you being just present is preventing, you know, something from happening. And so you are playing a very important role. You should realize that. I was surprised, you know, like I didn't know there were any Christians there, and I found you were. And then even Kim Gi-sung, you know, he became a Christian. And I asked him yesterday when I talked to him on the phone. Also, I was like, "Are you still, you know?" And he's like, "I'm praying and I'm still, you know, like searching the Lord, you know." And so I'm like so blessed, you know. And so you being older brother, you can take care of him also, right? I have to show him
the idealistic way to care about other people. But now I got burnt out. Like last time I told you, and everything. I'm sick of everything nowadays. So because of that, my mindset is not ready.
So you ask the Lord to give you that mind. It's Christ living in me. I mean.
So the main concept, the difference, you and me think about the caring other people. Is you are really looking after them, like you're really caring about thinking about them. Like,
I don't
yeah.
know. Maybe I don't know.
you seem so. Yeah, you seem so. Yeah, you seem so. And Claude, you seem so as well. But my case, thinking about other people is wasting my time and wasting my mind. So it's really, yeah, it hurts and it hurts. So yeah, because of that.
I disagree with you. I think you are super nice. You're a very, very nice person and you care.
I think you're blaming yourself too much. You know, like,
Yeah, I'm lashing myself. That is just I'm used to lashing myself, but yeah.
I feel like everyone is different, and everyone has different personalities. Everyone has different strengths, and like you're not Jesus. Obviously, no one is. So I feel like everyone just has to be themselves, and over time they'll just get, as they seek to be close to God. God will help them be better, so you don't have to worry about that. Because like you said, you're too tired, you're too exhausted. But the other day I was saying, like, I asked JJ, I don't know any places to get passport. He calls the person. I don't know what he must have been at work or something. I don't know what he's doing. He calls the person and lets them know, and he gives me like this different address to go to. And I was sitting there like, I was just asking, do you know?
You're not as cold as you said you are.
I was like, and like, I'm nobody. For me, I feel like I'm a foreigner. I'm just a not important person here. But he's like so nice, and this is not the first time he's done many things. So nice. Yeah.
When I was living in Australia, I was a foreigner as well, and the Australian really good man tried to help me every time, and he talked to me at that time. I asked him like, how can I help you back? Then he told me that you can help other friends who are foreigners when you go back to your your country. Then that should be fine. Everything settled down. So yeah, that is what I do. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So you're not cold. You're
not. You're cold, but I'm sure.
I think we've got the close relationship. Because of that, maybe I opened my mind, but it's to open my mind myself to other people. It's really difficult. Yeah. Like my company's mechanical part, the technicians.
So you can start practicing, test it. Start praying for that person.
Still,
that is.
One manager who took the project. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't like me.
I think he's like that to everyone.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
But no, he's like that to everyone. But I shouldn't speak name. Yeah. Maybe that's his personality also. So we just try to understand him.
Tired.
It's like, how can I? It's like I feel like you don't have to put too much pressure on yourself to be a better person.
Yeah,
because you can't even change yourself. Honestly, without God, you can't do nothing. Anything.
Yeah, right. Just the final solution is just being myself, and I have to improve myself as a really good person. Just like what should I say? Upgrade my identity. Yeah.
But like you were saying, like Claude was saying, like you can't be good by ourselves. We can't be good. But then, what do you mean when you say you want to upgrade yourself and be a better person? Well,
just
doesn't that?
So that means just think about myself positively and like cheering myself up. I can do everything, and that kind of energy conveys to the normal people, right? Then just staying by my side, that can be helpful to others, right? Then that is why I'm thinking about the good man.
What do you think, Claude?
Well, I think
what he just said. Like,
I think this is for anyone. Just all people should just do what they can to do better. So like for you, you can help people who are close to you. And we're friends, so I mean, so it wasn't so hard for you to be like, oh, you know, I got this because you know me. But if that's what you can do, then you can do it. Then that's something you can do. For you, it was harder for you when people were mean to you. You want to lash out, but then you're learning how to be more kind to people who are even mean to you. For me, because my family was so mean and everything, even though they weren't mean people, I learned to, whenever I see mean people, I'm not worried about mean people. I always think, oh, they have a story, so I wonder what their story is. But I have, because of that, I also have other issues, like I'm maybe too nice to people, I don't know. But whatever you can do, everyone has, God, I feel like God gives everyone, personality, God gives everyone strengths and weaknesses. And because we're all together, and so it doesn't really matter. So if you can't treat strangers nicely, that's cool. We can.
So we have different calling, like I was saying, right? So like we can be good to like a group of people. You can be focused on one person at a time.
Right.
And so your calling, I guess, is one person at a time. Be nice to them and help them, and like you're doing with Claude.
Right.
Yeah.
So I told you that the only solution is being a good person. That means if I like upgrade myself, then someone who is really good person then recognize me and recognize one another, right? Like you and me, and
I wouldn't say I'm good.
I think in my knowledge, I'm becoming better and better, and if I was really mean and really bad personality, if I've got, then I couldn't recognize you and I couldn't recognize Claude as well. So if I becoming like better, much better, then there are another really good people can approach us, right? Then we can make more like group, our group like much bigger. Then we can do something more special thing altogether. Each of person has got some different talent and the gifted stuff. So you are good at music, and you are really like you are like expert on like electricity.
I wouldn't say
acting stuff. Mechanic and technical technologies.
Technical stuff.
And I don't know what I'm good at, but we can all we get our each of talent, and we can create something new, right? We can work as a team.
You just came to the point like I was going to share. It's like I believe God put us together for a reason, and like we all have our different expertise and different skills. And like I believe He's planning to use us to do something. I don't know what it is yet, but I believe like we're in the process of finding that out. And so like you were saying, like what you knew yesterday was like different from what you know today, right? Because you're learning every day, growing. And so I believe like we're all in the process of growing, and then just learning and from our mistakes and all these things, and we have Christ living in us, right? And so He's teaching us. The Spirit is always there guiding us. And so me, like personally, I think like when you say like I try to be a good person, I feel like it's work, because like when I try to be good, I'm not able to be, I don't know. And so I feel like when I surrender to God and I said like I can't do this, please help me, it's when He starts moving that the personalities I struggle with, the character like I try to change that I can't, those things start changing naturally when I say
naturally.
God help me.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
But you know, like that's harder you try, it's harder. It becomes harder, right?
Yeah. Right.
I'm like, I won't do this. I won't do this. I want this. You end up doing it,
Yeah.
or like you fail and then you
Yeah.
get disappointed and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, like I'm a failure.
Yeah.
You know, like, but you know, like when I like for me personally, like when I surrender to Him, it's like, Lord, I give you this area of my life I'm struggling with. Like for example, like let's say like telling a lie. I don't want to tell lies anymore. Please help me. Naturally, like you know, it's not forced. I won't have to tell myself like, oh, let's not lie. It's just, you know, like whenever you tell a lie, you right away realize like, oh, I said something like I shouldn't, or something like that. So it's just an example, but you know, like for me personally, it kind of worked like that. I don't know how would it work for you guys.
Yeah, same way. So means human wants to see what they wants to see, and human wants to hear what they wants to hear. And in Korean, 아는 만큼 보이고 보이는 만큼 믿는다. Yeah. So it means you can see as much as you know, and you can believe as much as you saw. Yeah, that means as much as we read the Bible, then as much as we can the things getting more like to believe. Yeah. So I'm focusing on reading Bible. Yeah. Then when I try to do something wrong, then some Bible, the phrase from Bible comes up in my mind.
I
and
believe that's the spirit, right?
Yeah.
It's speaking to you.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, same way. It's the same concept.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
That's interesting. When I went to can I say the name of places like university?
Sure.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, I went to India University on Monday, and I met the professor there, one of the professors who's in charge of graphic arts. She does visual arts, and we were talking, and I told her what I did, and I showed her my phone, some pictures that I do, and she's like, oh, you know, I don't. She does graphic arts, but she doesn't do characters, and I do many characters, and you guys know, and someone else from our church who goes to that university as graphic design. He does graphic design, but he has experience with this professor doing electronics. And so she's like, you know, she told me, you know, we all have different things, but together as a team we can work on things. Because, you know, because she said I'm horrible at character design. But you know, I would like to have you on. You can do, and you have the person who does other things, who does these other things, and so it's like this ongoing. I feel like now recently, especially since I met you and you, there's this ongoing lesson that God keeps teaching, which is not alone. Look at the people around you. Not alone. So much that in the song I wrote, it's like not alone. Everything is just God's showing, really showing the understanding of what it means to be not alone in this world, and to live like you're not alone. Like there's always someone there to take up where you're weak, and for you to help. Like I used to think that I was really, really just a very weak person, because I felt like I was getting hurt by people. But then I realized that everyone's weak, and so everyone is, and no one can do anything by themselves. And so it's just, but God places people around to help, help. Like especially in America is very independent. In your mind, it's just all about you. And so it's not good, especially for men in America, to be someone like me who's like too nice and everything. That's not good. But it doesn't really matter, because in God everyone has everyone's working together. Everyone has a purpose.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I don't know if that professor is Christian or not, but like she was just another example of, look, we all have our strengths, and if we all play our part, we can go further as a team. And it's just like, that's just how it always is. And it's just I'm still learning. It's hard to learn. It's hard. Yeah. And so what you were saying kind of reminded me of that. It's just like, you know, we have our strengths. You know, we all have our parts to play.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And that person doesn't have to be a Christian, right? God can still use them in order to. And so, like for me also, like you were saying, like you wanted to help Claude out because like when you were in foreign country, they helped you.
Yeah.
And so for me also personally, when I first saw him, I felt exactly like I knew that feeling like when I first came to Korea. Like I was alone by myself. I didn't know, nobody to help me. I felt so lonely and lost, and like everything was, like difficult. It's all in Korean, right?
Yeah.
Especially like 10 years ago.
Fully understand it.
Yeah. And so like during that time, like I just saw myself in him, and I was like, like if there's anything I can do for him, I'd like to, or just be his friend, and I just, talk, and so like it started like that, and now like we end up like getting to know each other, and the group keeps growing, Yeah, so it's just amazing how.
And nowadays, I feel really sorry for him because I burned out. So that is my main excuse, and I couldn't meet him because I lost my mind to keep doing something. Like.
I think he was going through the same situation also, and we all were going through that, and that's life. But I think it's in those moments that we need each other more. By like talking like this, just discussing, and we encourage each other. That like he was saying, you're not alone. I experienced that too. You experienced that too, and
I think good man's life is tough. In the morning time, while I was playing basketball, there's one young man who is getting some kind of the basketball skill lesson from me, and he didn't move. So I lost my temper, and I shout to him, move, please, and he made some sort of the idiotic excuses. So. Stop saying that. That is really stupid. And you just move. What you have to do is just move. And then I felt really sorry.
After doing that.
Yeah, but he deserves it. But
he deserved it. But you could have done it in a better way. That's what you're saying, right? More. But we've all been in that position, right? Right. Someone older, more experienced, they're like, what are you doing? So like they get frustrated. And especially in Korea, like the personality, everyone is like bali, right?
Right.
Cannot wait even 1 second. Like right away they're like, what are you doing?
But I can firmly say he deserved it.
Okay.
But I felt sorry. It's really ironic. Kind of opposite fighting each other. But that is what I had to say. There's nothing to say. Talk to him.
In that situation, he deserved it. You mean? Okay. But I feel like personally also sometimes like when I hear something I don't want to hear, like that's when the growth happens. Because like when I always hear someone tell me like what I want to hear, like the growth stops there. You get stunted there, and it stops growing. But I feel like like when sometimes someone needs to like snap you out of that rut that you are in. So like someone needs to tell you, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? And then you're like in Korea, like 정신 차려, and so like you suddenly like and then like where and then like you grow. Right. So sometimes you need that.
So I love when someone lashes me.
But you said like you have a strange personality. You
Yeah,
enjoy it.
I enjoy it. Yeah, I'm motivated by sort of those kind of comments
like
from other people, like pointing me. Yeah. Is that all of you like that? Then I'll like to say, no, I can be better, and try harder. And after like 3 months later or 6 months later, becoming a whole other person.
You see yourself improving.
Right. Yeah.
I think we need that, right? Sometimes, in Korean, like 너무 unya, like that personality, like they baby you, like you were saying, you know, like so. Sometimes you need to just have someone point out, you know, like you need to snap out of it. And I think, we need person like that in our lives.
So in case of NBA players, the
coach, right?
In the middle of the game,
team captain,
team captains told them like, you suck. Then the man say, I know. And then his performance becoming better.
Try to improve.
Yeah. Just one word. Suck. That is really powerful. Yeah.
But there are different personalities. Someone
right.
Someone might be like, no, I don't suck, I'll do better. But someone is like, oh really, do I suck? Get very discouraged.
Right.
No, I agree though. I like that too. I like when people say are truthful with me. It's just like, okay, you did this wrong, like this is not right. I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, now I know, so I can do it. Because otherwise, I think I would hate being bad at something or doing something wrong, and the embarrassment finding later on that I was doing it wrong and not knowing it. Like, I've been doing this wrong this whole time, and I didn't know, and no one told me. So I was just an idiot this whole time. Like, I think I prefer just someone just tell me the truth. Like, okay, I did something wrong, and I can fix it. So
that's interesting.
Yeah. So the reason I work out, it has been like 4 years, and my body becomes bigger and stronger. That I'm motivated by other people. You are so weak. Your body is like a paper. Are you? What are you doing? You are like, are you a vampire? I was not shocked, and I just what I had to do is just working out, right. Just naturally thinking. Then I can find what I have to do for to improve myself. If I accept just once, then everything goes released.
When you work out, the muscles hurt, right? And so that's the pain. And then you grow. And then you grow.
Right.
So like in life, like, you know, you go through painful situations. Then you grow. And then you become stronger. So.
Pressure breaks threshold.
I'm hearing a lot. Lines like this a lot from him.
Hey, right? I like that's like the 10th time I heard that.
So interesting.
Have a break.
Should we end it here, or like for today maybe that's enough?
Alright.
So let's just end it right there.
Okay.